Well, hey guys, and welcome back to AMZ's Corner. How you all doing out there? So, I got kind of a treat today. What I got here is a transmission to a Jaguar XJ-8. Yeah, got one right there. Now, I suppose you guys are asking to yourself, I just did one of these a month ago. And yes, I did. About a month ago, maybe a little longer, I swapped the transmission in this particular Jaguar. I used recycled transmission. The trouble was, shortly after the install, the transmission started to act up. It would throw tranny temp codes from when it was cold. It would say the tranny was overheating without even starting it. You could get in it, start it up, and then instantly the transmission says it's overheating. So it had a problem with the transmission temp sensor. The trouble is, on these Jaguars, those transmission temp sensors aren't replaceable. So don't ask me why. I guess they just figured that's the way they wanted to do it. So you can't replace the temp sensor. The guy kept driving it, and it eventually started slipping and banging and doing all sorts of weird stuff you don't want a transmission to do. And he pretty much blew the transmission. So luckily, recycled parts like that have warranties from the recycler, and that's what this has. So this is actually going to be the new transmission, and me putting it in this time is going to be paid for by the company we got the transmission from. But I still have to do it over again, and I figured it'd be a good chance to show you guys that, you know, not everything goes smoothly and perfectly every time. Sometimes sometimes used parts fail on even us, even guys that do this all the time. So I figured we'd get a little video of it. I'll be doing the job, do another time lapse. Probably just very similar to the way I did it last time. I'll put the camera on my lift, and we'll get oh, it stalled on me. Oh look, it even tells you engine stalled. Well, no shit, Sherlock. Thanks for telling me. It's kind of strange that it stalled. I wonder what that's all about. Well, anyways, guys, I'm gonna set this thing up. I'm gonna set you guys up, and hopefully this transmission won't take me all day. I don't think it took very long last time, so it is what it is. you guys saw that tranny come out. That came out at lunchtime, was when that fell on the out. Then I came back from lunch and I went back to work on it, and the first thing I started doing was checking over this replacement transmission we got. And it had some tranny cooler lines going right here. The trouble is, whoever took this transmission out of the donor car, they cut this line really close to the fitting, which caused the fitting to swell up, or to, I'm not exactly sure what happened, but the net effect was it took all the threads out of the fitting hole. This is the piece that came out. That's how it came out, all ripped to bits because it was jammed in. When they cut it, it caused it to tweak and lock into the transmission. And you can see that the damage now. That tranny cooler fitting is never, ever, ever going to seal up again. So whoever removed this donor transmission ruined it by not unscrewing the bolt and just cutting the hose. You know, they cut it, and that's what we end up with. So I had to push that car out. Might as well go out and take a look. So yeah, we had to push it out. No tranny in it. Called up the recycler, and they're going to ship us another tranny, and hopefully it's not going to have the same issue. But until then, this thing's going to sit right here immobile. You know, it is what it is. It is what it is. Sometimes things happen against your control that, you know. But I'm just glad I found that problem before I put the transmission in. I was actually all ready to put it in and then deal with those fittings when I went to put the tranny lines in. But I just had this feeling. I said I should take that out and just make sure it's all right. And boy, I tell you, I would have been some aggravated if I had put that tranny in, and then the last thing I would have done would have been to hook that line up and had that problem, because then I would have had to take that whole tranny out. So I'm glad I found it before. So anyways, guys, it's the end of the day. I want to get the hell out of here. Look at the poor 9000. I'll tell you, this car has not had a good winter. This has not been a good winter for the 9000. I think it's the end. I think it's the end of the road for this old car. Me and this car have been through so much together. I hate to say that, but I know some of you were asking about that other 9000 that we looked at that Sunday. It's still there. It's still frozen into the snowbank. There's big snowbanks all around it, and I can't get to it to look at the underneath. I want to look at the rear end and the quarter panels in the back of that thing, because if that car's rotted out, then I'm not going to go for it. But it's still there. It's not going anywhere. It's frozen, and it's still a big ice cube. So anyways, guys, until next time,
keep it out of the cabbage.
Damn straight. Later, guys.